Vaping and Juuling. These products were made to help people kick the habit of smoking, but they've become popular with teens and even tweens. The hard part for parents is they're pretty easy to conceal. The FDA recently announced tighter restrictions on selling flavored e-cigarettes and online sales of these products. Caroline McGrath sat down with Sara Moriarty from the Hampden County Tobacco-Free Community Partnership to learn more.
Juul is actually a product. It's a type of an e-cigarette. So Juul'ing is vaping, essentially. It's an e-cigarette. It's just a brand name of a type of e-cigarette.
So what does it look like?
The Juul product itself looks a lot like a USB for a computer. So you can actually plug the charging piece of the Juul product into a computer to charge it. So a lot of parents don't know what to look for. It doesn't say Juul on it anywhere. So if you saw one plugged into the side of a computer, you might not even know that it's an e-cigarette or a nicotine product.
Okay, so it's obviously a nicotine product and it has flavors. And what is it that's attracting the kids?
Well, a lot of the flavors attract the youth, obviously, mint, fruit flavors, things like that. Juul actually just announced this week that they're going to stop using flavors in their products other than menthol. So that was one of the big things. They also left social media.
Are you happy with that decision? Some people have said that's a little bit too late on the company's part.
I mean, I am happy with that decision. I think it will help curb the youth use of these products. Is it too late? I don't know if I can really judge that. I think a lot of teens and youth are using these products. So it's unfortunate that so many young people have gotten into this habit. I'm glad they're doing something about it. Is it too late? I think that my personal opinion doesn't necessarily matter on that, but I'm glad that they're finally going to do something about it.
When you say a lot of young people are using it, how widespread of a problem is it? And do you think that parents really have any idea?
Well, the issue with it is I think when e-cigarettes first hit the market, they were brought on the market and people were thinking that they would be used as a cessation device, a way to help people get off of nicotine and to curb that addiction. But what happened was youth are starting to use them. So we've done a really good job at getting people off of nicotine and off of tobacco products and traditional cigarettes. But what we found is we've now addicted this whole new generation of users. So now we have all of these youth who are now addicted to nicotine. So we're not really sure yet what that's going to lead to. And we have all of these young people who are now addicted to these products.
Right, because when you talk to young people, you know, smoking is sort of beneath them. Oh, that's disgusting.
Right.
But it is pretty widespread in the high schools, even the middle schools. And I'm understanding that sometimes kids are doing this right in school, which
Right.
you couldn't light up a cigarette in the middle of the hallway and not get caught, but you can do this.
Right. Well, one of the issues with the vaping is that it's pretty undetectable. Like you said, you couldn't light up a cigarette. A lot of parents don't detect these products because they don't come with the smells that come along with traditional cigarettes. So you're not going to smell it on your kid. You're not going to see the traditional cigarette products laying around. So you don't necessarily know what to look for like you did in, years past. So parents really have to work harder to educate themselves about what these products look like. What are some of the signs to look for if your kid is using them? The fruity smells. What do they look like? The USB drives. With the Juuls, the nicotine portion of the Juul is this big. It's teeny tiny. So a parent who isn't up on what these products look like wouldn't know that that is a Juul sitting on the table or in their child's backpack. So parents have to really work hard nowadays to keep up on these products and educate themselves.
Where are they typically buying them from?
You can get them at the convenience stores. You can get them on the corner stores. You can get them online. There's a really big market online for these items. And you go online and you have to click, are you 18? And everybody's 18 on the internet. So they're very easy to get. A lot of kids sell them in the schools. So a lot of kids will go and buy them online and then bring them into the schools and sell them to their friends. So it's a big issue.
So you've been out in the community doing a lot of presentations with schools. Do school administrators realize, what kind of a problem this is? What are you hearing from them?
Yeah, I think the schools have a great handle on the situation. The schools are the best resources for kind of what's out there. They see the most of the products. If you go to a school and you say, what's the newest, what's the latest and the greatest product, they can usually go into the principal's office and open a drawer, and they have every product that you could possibly think of. They're the best resource for what's the newest, latest product. They are the best resource for telling you how kids are using the product. They're seeing it. When I went to do my latest presentation, the school resource officer was telling me how youth are able to doctor the products so that no vapor is emitted. So kids are actually able to use these products without omitting any vapor. So they can literally use these products completely undetectable to anyone. So they're not even releasing any vapor from the products anymore.
And they can use it right in the classroom, right? The teacher turns around.
Teacher turns around and starts writing on the chalkboard, and they can use these products. And there's absolutely no way to detect that they're using them.
What do you recommend for parents as far as, making sure that this does not become one of their kids' habits?
Right. I just always tell parents to educate themselves. There's a really great website called getoutrage.org, and I encourage parents to go onto that website. There's a lot of tools and tips for parents that you can look at the products. You can see what they look like. You can get tips for talking to your kids, and there's educational materials for schools and just a lot of really helpful information.
Do you think these products could potentially lead, to other substances? Is that a concern of yours?
Absolutely. The younger a youth is when they start using these products, the more likely they are to become addicted to other substances later in life. So the longer a youth can wait before they initiate the use of nicotine and tobacco and all of these other substances, the less likely they are to become addicted to other things later in life.